Beautiful. Yeah, it's good.
How good is that?
That was good fun.
You never thought that was going to happen.
I didn't think that was going to happen.
Do you know what I mean?
I got into it, man.
That was the NAMM feeling I had when. Hello, welcome to Andertons TV. Danish Pete here. Hello.
Captain Anderton here. Yes.
Hello.
I sometimes feel perhaps just the captain or Lee. In fact, why don't we have an entire demo where I just refer to myself as Lee?
Lee, Demon Seed.
Lee, Demon Seed.
Yes.
That's the word that Greg Cox said, and when Greg Cox says Lee, Demon Seed, then you do it all the time.
It's Friday.
Anyway.
End of the day Friday. So NAMM 2018. I can mute you.
Buffer me,
baby. We went to see Fender at that was very Danish. Fender. I just had a thing in my head saying that I sounded so Danish then when I said Fender.
Did you?
Yeah. I mean, it was like, oh my God, I sound like my mum.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
So yes, you're right. Fender, we did a little video with the designer of these pedals at the NAMM show. You should watch it. It's cool. And I will put a link to that video in the description below. But hey, the one thing that we didn't really get a chance to do was play them a little bit louder without all the background noise and all that. Yeah. So Fender have made pedals before.
Yeah.
In recent years, they've been Ggrea-ffordable.
Ggrea-ffordable.
And
two words put together, you can work this out for yourself.
Pretty glad to see the back of those excellent Ggrea-ffordable pedals.
Yeah.
And replaced with pedals that are now Grea-ffordable.
Grea-ffordable.
I'm going Grea-ffordable.
I get it. I understand. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
These are really cool, man.
Yeah.
And they sounded, I mean, we have literally just unboxed them, put them on here, unplugged into these three, and Lee's plugged into these three.
Yes.
And we haven't looked at anything manual. Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
A pat on your back there. And nobody, we don't really know. We know what it is, but we don't really completely know what it is.
Well, I think we know enough. I mean, let's be honest with you.
Exciting things.
Compressor pedal, distortion pedal,
but that's what I said.
delay pedal.
I can read, you know. I'm sure they can read as well, you know. That's the thing. I can read what it is. So, there's a buffer, an overdrive, and a reverb. And
the only reason I'm plugged into these three and Pete's plugged into these three is because we like the colours. That's the only reason. It is what it is. We're both plugged into amps that are clean without any sounds. So here's mine. That's what's mine.
I've unmuted you because I can.
Mute me.
I got the power.
So I got no.
Here's
no
reverb.
That's what my amp sounds like.
And my amp sounds like this. I'm plugged into the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe 4, and this is. I've got a bit of reverb because I don't have reverb on the tablet.
Yeah. So let's just take you through them, I guess. I mean, I suspect this will be a range of pedals that we'll see grow from Fender. They've moved away from the kind of crappy plastic boxes that they were doing on the previous ones to these really nice kind of brushed steel enclosures with the curved edges. A little bit Strymon-y, if I'm allowed to say that.
Well, that's fine. You can say that. I was going to say that.
Not in terms of the DSP technology or anything like that, just in terms of visually.
Yeah.
What do we like, though?
What we do
particularly about the design of these, Pete. I'm queuing you up.
I mean, there's a couple of things I really like.
No one specifically thing. That's the one.
Magnetized.
Can anyone see that? Will they see that on the overhead cam?
Look, we can. I mean, they are. It's that rare earth magnet or something, isn't it? So what it is, it's the little hin that you put your battery in and you go, hello, and
I love it. I mean,
don't get your fingers caught though, because what's happened is this. Ow.
Normally speaking, if you know, obviously we're running all of these on power supplies, which you can, of course, do too. But normally speaking, if you want to change the battery on your pedal, you'd have to unscrew its feet or unscrew a thing here or clip a thing. No. Look, magnets. See, look. Can you see this one? I'll go here. Oh, look, cameraman leap to life. Look at that. Literally. Oh my God. Which one am I going to? Camera 1, camera 2,
camera 3,
camera 1. I'm going camera 1. You've got it, have you? Yeah. Camera 3. Look, see, and it's just magnetized. So you put your battery in there, you just flip it. Like Pete said, so it's a slight hazard for children. Don't put their fingers in there. Ow! But that's cool. So there's no like screw or anything like that to lose when you undo it. So the battery's in there. We like that.
Cool. Another thing I really like about these is the light on the top. There's a little. If you can zoom in on this bit here, let's go in the middle one here. You could turn the lights on and off on the knobs on the top.
So clever.
That's
well,
really
it's not
cool.
clever. It's just sort of useful.
If you're looking down and you're going, it's a dark stage, you know, and you're looking down and you can't see. You know, you can see it's on and off because you got the light, so that's cool. I like the switch, chunky. But that, just cool. Turn them all off.
If you're ever trapped on a desert island, you could Morse code a rescue message, couldn't you?
They don't do Morse code anymore.
What?
The Morse code is all people don't do.
Why?
It's done. They don't use it anywhere anymore.
Well, you just text instead now, do you? Or something?
I don't know what they do to send. I don't know, but they don't use Morse code anymore anywhere in the military anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, that's phased out 10 years ago. I don't know. Whenever. I remember going. We learned it in school.
Well, it must have been a long time ago then if they learned it in school.
I did it in school, and we were just messaging each other.
Pretty sure my school we used to do Morse code lessons right after Latin, basically.
I know, we were messaging each other back then. What are you doing later on? Do you want to go to the arcade and play video games?
Anyway. So, I will tell you about the 3 pedals I'm plugged into, and then Pete will tell you about the 3 pedals he's plugged into. The first one is a buffer. Now, to be totally honest with you, in this environment where I don't think I've got any of these pedals set to true bypass, well, actually, you know what, perhaps if I did set that to true bypass, and I just leave that one off.
Oh, true bypass on that one as well?
The idea of a buffer is that depending on your setup and how long your cables are and which other pedals you're using and stuff like that, you may get a loss of high frequency and a little bit loss of level because of the way the impedance works and the resistance of the cables and all that kind of stuff. So the idea of a buffer is it's like permanently on pedal, and it just ensures that lost stuff
unless you're on a
is not
boat
lost.
And then it goes on the side so you don't go into the side of the harbour when you
a different kind of buffer.
Park your boat.
Or unless you've got a speech impediment, and then it's the thing that you put on your muffins. Can I have the buffer, please? Anyway,
back in the room.
So back in the room.
Oh my god!
I've got I can control the level and the high frequency sort of correction, if you like, on here, and I can mute my. So actually, it's even quite handy just as a mute switch.
And on the side, there's a tuner out. So when you click that down and it's muted, it goes out to the tuner.
If you don't want the tuner in your chain, you can come out that side. Anyway, that doesn't do a lot.
You want a tuner on your chain.
That's a slightly niche pedal. So the good one, or the one that I'm enjoying here, is the Ana Overdrive. So this is an overdrive pedal. I'm going to put my reverb on because I don't like playing guitar without reverb. I've got 2 voices, so the A seems to be a little brighter, B is a little darker.
You know what? I would call that I would call that a distortion. Bass.
Yes.
Middle, treble, presence.
Yes.
4 controls, level, voice, drive.
Yeah.
Boost!
Well, except then the boost is clever, because again, there's a little dip switch on the back here that says, do you want the boost to boost the volume, or do you want the boost to boost the overdrive? I've got it set to boost the overdrive, so... So we like that. We like this a lot, the Santa Ana Overdrive, named after a place in California, I believe. Santa Ana. Is it a beach or just a place? But it's Californian inspired. So that's the Santa Ana Drive.
Yeah.
Let's see if I take the drive down, it'll probably give me a little bit of fluff, you know.
I like it.
If I boost the, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my life, I've been looking for something. Anyway,
because the boost works on its own.
I don't know. Try it. It doesn't. No. Well, unless we change this thing on the back so that the boost selection is level.
My boost selection.
No, it still doesn't do anything on its own.
Okay. And you got level boost and okay, fine. Okay.
So that's that. And then my reverb, which I'll be honest with you, I think is we're not talking like Strymon-y mega reverbs here. I think this, it's if I'm being constructively critical, it's okay, you know.
So you've got 3 on the top. It's difficult to read there in the lights.
Hall, room, and special.
Yeah.
Trails. There's
Trails.
Well, that's there's a switch on the back for that as well.
Let's go for this.
Okay.
Just give me a chord.
Okay.
Okay.
Like a choir of angels.
And then I go a dry kill on the back, so you don't hear any of the dry signal, just hear the reverb. That's the trail, so there's 2 versions of the reverb, 1 and 2, so there's 1 hole with 2 different variations plus a filter, and so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever.
You ever thought of explaining things for a living?
No, absolutely not. Pre-delay, reverb, dampening, level.
Yeah, it's cool. So it sounds okay. As Pete was saying, there's a switch on the back that allows you to turn the trails on and off, and there would appear to be, 6 different types. So what's a special reverb then? Is that the one with the shimmer?
That was.
Am I still on dry kill? Little bit over the top, but so there's the reverb pedal. You know, I think I would probably just end up just going like a normal Hall. What's the filter button do?
Play.
Is it a high frequency sort of dampening?
Yeah, it just makes it a bit more softer.
I can't hear anything, but. Oh yeah, it's a bit darker in position.
It damps and it's quicker off. Yeah, so dampening is nice.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. So those are my 3 pedals. Let's hear about yours, Pete.
Okay, so the Benz, not the Mercedes-Benz, but the Benz here.
Was that a Radiohead album?
This looks like a guy with it's like a nose, and they're going, "Hello, Lee, how are you?" So it's a compressor pedal.
It is.
With we could blend between the dry signal and the compressing, and I like that in a compressor that you can actually blend the clean signal in. So the compressed signal, this is the dry signal.
Look,
that lights up.
Okay, so the light shows you when the compression is taking effect.
And it reminds me a little bit of the Origin. They use the same sort of effect. So when I'm
It's not my favourite.
I like subtle.
Yeah, it is subtle. I think I like that little exotic SP compressor more. I think it's.
See?
Maybe it just needs to be turned up.
Take that back, Lee.
You just got to wind it up.
I think we need to get our little slide wagon in here too.
I don't know why when you turn it off, the red light kind of does like a. Whoa! Now I'm going away. Maybe that's a. We've got sort of. I think we might have pre-production ones or whatever they call ones. No, these are legit. So what is it? Just like it's angry because you've turned it off.
It's like, don't turn me on. Okay, it's fine then.
Get
your
dirty boots off me, you Danish. Please. Yeah, they all listen to this. We're all going to have some sort of nervous breakdown.
And it's got one tooth on one side. Like that. Look, it's like a robot from some kids program on BBC. Anyway, moving on. This one I like. Pugilist.
I was waiting for you. Go on, pronounce that.
Pugilist.
Pugilist.
Pugilist?
It's a pugilist.
Old school, right?
Old school street.
Okay.
Like, you know,
this is the distortion
overdrive
distortion pedal, and it's really cool because you've got two in one. So you got tone A and tone B. Sorry, gain A and gain B. You can either have them in series or you can blend them.
I see.
With a blend knob here, and they both got a tone control. So on, you got a bass boost as well, which of course I like. Let's turn off. Let's just go back to blend and then go on the way on A. These don't do anything now, right?
Really?
Because I've blended it all the way over to A. So if I blend it all the way to B.
Sorry. Can I get my head around this idea of blend and series? Is the idea, if this is your signal path, it splits and it sends one guitar, it's half signal through A and half signal through B, and you just get different types of distortion. Whereas when you put them in series, does it stack up?
It's
so like
one
gain
into the
A
other,
actually drives B even harder?
I think so, yeah.
So like series would probably get you maybe more gain.
Parallel is when they're like this,
Yes.
on top of each other, and your chain is there. And the other one is series is like when there's like one in front of the other. So let's run them in. What? No,
I think that's right.
Oh, yeah, and blend is when they're both on at the same time, but
right.
you blend them into each other.
Effectively, what we're saying is that in the blend mode, you're not cascading gain A into gain B to make gain B drive more. You are running gain A and gain B simultaneously,
exactly,
but separately.
Yeah, but you can, yes, exactly. Hey. So anyway, I'm going to put the bass boost off for now, and here's.
Shall I twiddle whilst you play?
I remember the first time I had to turn the guitar up as well. That's just that side. Same lick all the time, sorry.
So A is tonally quite different to B. So if you listen, play a chord in A.
C's fatter.
Yeah, I've got the gain levels on the same, I think. Yeah, I've got the gain about the same. So yeah, B's got just a different sort of tone to it. You get a blend of the two. Maybe you want a little bit less gain of B, but a little bit more gain of A. There's loads in there.
That's really cool. I love A. I love it.
That's very Jimmy Pagey. I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan going into Jimmy Page there.
Well,
in a non. So, come on.
Wow, I love that.
You do love that.
I love that.
You're really loving this, aren't you?
Great. I think that's great.
Yeah, we better get some prices for these to tell people at the end of this video because I can't remember.
Listen. That was spent.
Wow. What have you managed to... You've DJ a whole tone just through bending. Wow.
Oh, that one. These are new strings, by the way, so.
Nice Telecaster.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
If only you could buy replicas of them
If
for
ever you
Andertons.
could buy some of these. Yes.
Delay. Mirror image delay.
I love this. Ooh. Okay, so delay. Again, turn it on off. You got the drive.
What was that chord with the bit of delay on it? What was it? There is freedom within. That is it? It is, isn't it? There is freedom within. There is There you go, look at that. How one chord with a bit of echo can sound like that band from New Zealand that I can't remember the name. Crowded House.
Crowded House.
Crowded House.
So you got
bit of modulation.
Modulation, which I love there. You got your feedback. You got two dotted. You got three types again. So on digital, analog, and tape. That's digital. I'm on now. You got the time.
Can we hear the analog one and the difference between the three different ones?
Here's the analog.
Like a lot of the treble on the repeats has been rolled off.
Yeah,
hasn't
that's the. Let's just turn the rate and the depth down.
The rate and depth down. Okay,
Exactly.
cool.
So there's the tape.
Let's just if I leave all the settings the same and we just so digital, analog, analog and tape don't sound very different.
No,
do
but
they?
they are not, because one is a tape is analog as well, isn't it? So.
A couple of variations for each one, and all the other normal controls you'd expect to get on a delay pedal.
Dotted eights.
What's that?
Yeah, but it's not boring when you're playing when you got the delay on, is it?
Anyway, excellent demonstration there, Mr. Peter Honore.
I love that. Thank you.
You're digging this, aren't you?
I'm
You're
digging
getting
these
into it.
pedals. When we were there at NAMM, I was like, yeah, this is really good.
No, I agree.
Because what do you expect from somebody who makes?
The dude that designed them all was like a super electronic genius as well. And he was a really nice guy that we met at NAMM. He probably explained these so much better than we've just done.
Absolutely. But we've got to hear them now. You can't hear them now. There's lots of people running around. You got a guitar. And there's a little amp standing over there. You're going. Yeah, I think that sounds good.
I agree. But I totally agree.
I remember this one. I remember being impressed with that one. When I have
I've got songs on the brain. It must be Friday afternoon.
Oh, man.
Do you want to swap? I tell you what.
I like that.
Let's change guitars. Swap seats, maybe even, so that we can. You can use these pedals and I use these.
I don't want to use those ones.
I'm pulling rank.
Okay,
and you
fair
are.
enough.
Okay, so by the power of magic, or maybe just our legs, we've changed sides and grabbed different guitars.
It's weird to be over on this side.
It's weird to be over here as well.
Yeah.
I have a Charvel Sandemus.
And I have a Les Paul Gold Top.
Two great guitars.
Yeah. I mean, just really quickly, let me just see what this sounds like with this guitar.
Do it.
Just really quick. So.
Man,
dude, this is great pedals. And you know what's best about these, everybody out there? Tell us what the best thing about these
okay,
are.
Well, about 2 minutes, as we were literally changing places and crossing the streams, I thought I better look the prices up on these. And yes, they are very Grea-ffordable, possibly with the exception of the red one, which is slightly less affordable.
But you get a bit more.
You do get a bit more. So,
and the technology inside.
Can you pass me my phone, because I've forgotten what they are already. The most affordable ones in the range are the Pugilist, believe it or not, which is £87. That's great. The Buffer, which is also £87, a little bit more of a niche thing, as I said before.
Yeah.
Then the compressor still comes in at under 100, so that's £96.
That's not bad for a good compressor.
These two are good value. Both the delay and the reverb are both £110 each.
That's not bad at all.
And then there's the slightly more expensive one, but I guess it is kind of two pedals in one with a bucket load of switches and stuff, is the Santa Ana Overdrive, which is £160.
Yeah.
I'm told apparently one of the internal components on this, the FET drive components, are quite expensive, hence the reason that's a little bit dearer. So there we go.
What's your favourite?
Marks.
Which is your favourite?
Well, I haven't really had a chance to try all these yet, but to be honest with you, the two drive pedals have both really impressed me sound-wise.
87 quid.
Yeah, that's
good.
You
cannot go wrong for 87 quid. That is an awesome
that's
pedal.
a good sounding pedal.
And this is not me. This is great.
I mean, don't forget,
I wasn't expecting that at all.
This side of the room, we are literally just going through a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, so, you know, a very much a kind of a mid-price valve amplifier, very popular, I see them everywhere. This side of the room, we're going through something a little bit more expensive, but still just, you know, like we only had it set to like a clean sound. And we weren't using the reverb that was in that amplifier, we were using this reverb.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean...
Value for money.
I don't know, I think the only one that maybe might be the compressor.
But let's just get Ariel Slidewagon in here and then let him get to some slide with it.
I'm not a big compressor dude anyway. Hello? Come in.
Yeah, and that as you say, this is a niche thing. You know, you can high frequency and stuff with the level.
I think with buffers, it's one of those things that you don't realise that you might need one until you, because to be honest with you, if you've lost a bit of treble and you've lost a bit of signal, all you end up doing is just compensating on your amp and pedals, turn it back on again, don't you? So I don't know. I mean, it's like buffers. Buffers are it's just a great word. Let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Links are below.
They are, and here we go. That's good.
Good video.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.